So relationships,
Okay.
we all in them.
Yeah.
Look, we all either in them, been in them, or for the people that's out there, look, you about to be in one.
Want to be
Right.
So when we're talking about relationships or marriage, for the ones who are married, how do you view your marriage or relationships? How are you basing your relationship or marriage? Are you basing your relationship on how you see your marriage or relationship should be? Or are you sitting there, do you see your marriage, or do you...
Get it out now.
Oh, don't interrupt now. Don't interrupt. God help me with this now. You had it in my head this morning.
Look, I was
All
like,
right.
excuse me. I was like,
All right, so I got it now.
okay.
Are you building your relationship on how you think your relationship should be and how you see your relationship should be, or are you building your relationship on what the other person, your spouse or your partner, needs or wants? So how do you build your relationship? What up? Now coming to you with week 2 of the Black History Month.
What we got?
Now we coming to you in your neck of the woods.
Hey,
Let's go.
That's that Al Roker. Black man.
Black
man.
hey.
Hey, but like I said, once again, week 2 in the Black History Month. This is episode 33, I believe. I don't know yet.
Trey.
We just flowing with it.
Hey, man.
We just flowing with it.
Double
out here.
completion, double portions out here.
Hey, but first of all, look, before we get started, I ain't gonna sit there and beat around the bush. I ain't gonna say that. Let's. I think that's a bad term, though. When we say stuff like that, I think that's a bad term, though.
Is it though?
It is.
I think
I'm not. You know what? Let's not stall. Let's not stall the people out here. Let's go ahead. Let's progress forward.
All right.
Let's progress forward. How's y'all's week been? Crazy, right?
Yeah, my week has been wild. Past week or two, it has been crazy. We got a big announcement coming here soon, but we're working on details, etc. Work. It's been work. I haven't worked wasn't too terrible this week. There was a few people I want to uppercut, but that's life.
It's not bad. Not bad, man. Is that it?
Oh, yeah, you know my son.
He kept it short and simple.
I told y'all short and simple. Look, we in and we out.
Go ahead.
We playing 10 minutes for you. My week has been, actually my past couple weeks have been on autopilot. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen each other on this couch.
Right.
It has been a minute. So work has been good.
Hey,
Classes have been going well.
How's your kids?
Hey, man, my daughter
What's your daughter? Sorry.
is doing well. You know what I'm saying? She's learning. She's slowly getting used to daycare. I'm loving it.
Oh, I thought you still hurt.
She's not crying no more.
She whines, but you know it's not a full out cry. But it's still just like, here, take my baby, and I'll walk out the room.
Go.
You left me.
That every time.
Not that you left me type cry.
And LaShonda makes me drop her off because she knows that's the harder job, and she gets to pick her up.
Oh, it is.
She gets the
Dang, she gets the embrace. That's cold blood. She gets the warm embrace.
Oh yeah.
Dad has to be the bad guy every day by dropping her off.
Every single day.
In her back of her mind, she said, "Dad is low key a traitor."
Oh, but I will tell you,
Man's a menace.
every single morning I drop her off at daycare. Our morning routine is, as soon as we get in the car, you know what we listen to?
Grace C.
That bless me. Bless me, God, indeed.
Hey.
Death has been defeated.
He is the enemy.
Yeah.
Bless me, God, not just for me, just so everyone around me can have everything they need.
Yes.
All these folks that's with me, God, have everything they need. Favor, and follow me.
Yeah. If you haven't heard it on the top, if you haven't heard, that's that Kurt Franklin Maverick City. I said Maverick City, Lord.
Magic City.
Forgive me, Lord.
Magic City? You ever been to Magic City?
I got nobody to go to Magic City.
Where's our mindset at this moment?
Forgive me, Father. We was over here trying to praise God this morning.
You going in for the wings, all right?
Maverick City. Oh, man.
Wow.
Woo. Help me.
But as soon as that song is over, then we listen to Kingdom. And we've listened to that song so many times that when LaShonda picks her up and they're on their way home, without even playing that song, Zola will start singing some of the lyrics to those songs. And I'm like, what?
Look
at
God
out here.
Look at God working.
She'll be in the back like, I know the kingdom. the power of the glory. I'm just like, yes, that's my baby.
Look, there was the day that Bakari stepped me off 15, his kids.
Oh, wow.
We were talking about Chloe. We was in McDonald's. You told me about $50 for that meal itself.
No, you got suckered out of that.
But not the kids eat. But they were playing. Chloe said, "You hear that?" She said, "I didn't know McDonald's plays Christian music." I didn't hear now. I guess kids got these special frequency they can tap into. I said, "Baby, I don't know what you talking about. All I hear y'all screaming and these rappers rapping around my ears." And at the end. So you could hear it, like at the end they're playing Gyra, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I hear it," and it made my heart happy. Look, they all just start singing it. I'm talking about word for word, Gyra. Look, it followed all the way to the car, all the way to your mom's house. I almost shed a little tear. I said, man, we raising these kids completely different. I said, we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right, guys.
You don't have to worry about hearing for the 99 and the 2000.
Oh. Listen. Look, or
we was out here ratchet.
I be rocking the boots out here. Body rocking the look. I was singing I was in the backseat of my mom's car, singing like I went through a real heartbreak out here. Just, she left me even though I never heard. Look, that's one time I didn't get that PB&J, the last one at lunch. That must be what real breakup feels like.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yo, my week has been.
Ain't nobody ask you about your week.
First of all,
I like how you just transition.
My week has been a bunch of trial and tribulations out here.
Has it though?
It has with Nehemiah.
Oh, baby Neo.
Yeah, Nehemiah.
First time the podcast is here, but you know your baby's been here for a couple weeks.
It has, but like I said, from where we record, weeks out. So my week, I guess, has been tough trying to transition from 3 kids to 4 kids.
Jeez.
4 kids. And that 4th kid, which he's really not that bad. During the day, I'm talking about perfect. Sleep, wake up.
Wake up.
Just be staring. And then, like I said, feed him, poop, basically the normal baby stuff.
Yeah.
At nighttime, I don't know why, because he don't wake up a lot. He don't wake up a lot, but doggone, when you got to wake up 2 times in the middle of the night, it feel like you didn't get no sleep.
At 30, it hit different.
Oh, man. It feel like, because I be telling people, I feel like I ain't getting no sleep. Really? I said, how many times you wake up? He only woke up twice. I said, I felt like maybe 8 times. I ain't getting no sleep out here.
When you were in your
struggling.
20s, when you had your first kid, you had energy and stamina for that. You didn't realize it. But at 30, listen.
Oh,
if I fall asleep I fell asleep on my couch, dog. One night I just fell asleep watching TV. Yeah. Got out, went to my room, bro. My back was hurting for 3 days. I was like, yo, I fell asleep on the couch.
But you got PTO.
Look, I almost cashed it in.
Pain time off.
So I can only imagine with 4 kids. Oh, those listen.
Because the thing is, like, everything changes. So, one, you got your newborn who's not really sleeping at night. Well, trying to adjust his life to fit our life.
Right.
Yep.
So, therefore, he's having to figure out, okay, this means we go to sleep. On top of that, now you got, like I said, dealing with another kid on top of that, trying to adjust life with now from 3 to 4.
And
then on top of that, you ain't getting no sleep. So now you over here. Look,
you ain't
thinking clearly.
Yeah, you are.
You ain't thinking clearly. Sleep deprived.
That's
Look, delusional. And on top of that, if we can be real, like I said, you still gotta wait 6 weeks before anything happens. So I'm strong as an ox out here. So I've been lifting more weights than I can ever. We can be real on the men podcast though. Look here,
we on the men podcast.
After you have a child,
keep it functified.
Every man, after you have a child, the doc hits you with that life sentence. It feel like a life sentence.
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
And even then, she probably thinking, "Don't you come near me? Don't you think about coming near me?"
She said 6 months.
6
and
months.
I'm thinking like,
you better
good
wait.
Lord,
I'm going away.
Like the first couple of weeks, it's like, all right, cool.
I'm being a good husband. I'm being a good father.
Yeah, I'm adjusting the baby, checking your mindset.
What you say, Shaka? I'm going away, dog.
And all it take is, like I said, your wife get out the shower and you just catch a glimpse. No,
can't do nothing.
Don't even dress around me. What are you doing? You
watching your wife breastfeed.
I'm sleeping downstairs.
Must be nice. You start saying stuff to the baby. Must be nice.
Look at that.
Look.
Ain't time for formula.
Right, don't do
That baby formula.
formula. That baby
Where
all
you going?
right.
I'm going upstairs.
She wrote about it. Don't worry about it.
So I mean, it's just adjusting to everything, and like I said, I ain't gonna lie, and this is going to transition into one of the topics. But me and my wife, like I said, when you're sleep deprived, you get frustrated a little quicker. But we was just talking about how we raised the kids. Mm-hmm. So like a situation came up. Brittany was like, you're a little too hard on them.
Too aggressive,
too hard. Why are you doing it that way? And the thing is, it started to become a creative discussion, is what I'm saying. I ain't going to say argument, but a creative discussion.
I like that.
Because we thought our way was the only way. Or we thought our way was the right way, the other person's way was the wrong way. I had to take a step back and think. And I had to tell her, I said, it's not the fact that one's right and one's wrong. Yeah. I said, it's your viewpoint. So how you was raised, that's how you feel that you should raise your child or raise our kids.
right?
And how I was raised, that's how I view I should raise my child. And the thing is, I can't discredit you. And parents hear that. You can't discredit your spouse on how they raise. Now, if it's hurting them, yes. But you can't discredit how they're raising your child together.
Y'all's child.
Yeah, y'all's child. You can't discredit them because it's different than yours. Because if you discredit them, then you're taking away a viewpoint from that child. That child now has two viewpoints of life. And if you sit there and tell your spouse that's not how you do it, then you're just giving them one viewpoint of life, and you're limiting them from seeing the world through two different focal points. Sorry,
I hear you.
So one thing that we had to sit down, and like I said, we had to sit down and talk about. Not like just sit down and say, "Hey, let's go sit at the table," but we talked it out, and we sat there and said, "Look, I understand you was raised up in this type of environment. Therefore, you feel that you should be more gentle to the children. Therefore, you should be more calm talking, or you should raise them up in this way."
Hey, dog.
And that's okay.
Them kids ain't hear none of that.
Completely. Look,
you got no little
completely.
kids too.
That's okay. I wasn't raised in that type of environment. I was raised with the single mother who ain't have time to sit down and talk. But at the same time, some of the ways I go about it, might be a little aggressive. Not saying like I punch the kids and like that. I'm just saying,
sweet on kids.
You went to
I'm just saying the way I
Suge
attack
Knight over here.
I attack it with precise and precision,
direct.
So therefore, I'm coming straight at the problem. I'm not going to go around it and try to
facts. I can't say.
I'm not trying to sit there and smooth it out. I'm going straight at it.
Right.
And that's okay, because in the real world, the kids are going to have to learn, one, you're going to get direct criticism. Also, you're going to have them people who are going to come at you gentle. But you have to learn to take both in, because if I just give you one, you're not going to know how to handle the other.
True that.
So what I'm going to ask y'all is, what is y'all's viewpoint? So once again, with your child and with Isaiah and Ariane, when y'all was raising up Isaiah, y'all had two different viewpoints.
Yep.
Shaka, with you and LaShonda, raising up Zola. Here's soon to be raising up a young king.
Young boy.
Young king.
Young Juan.
So I'll start with Anthony. So when you was raising up, when you and Ariane was raising up Isaiah, y'all had two different viewpoints. How did y'all go about? Did it create an argument? Because y'all didn't really understand that there could be other viewpoints, or was y'all able to actually understand the other person's viewpoint and where they came from, and learn to co-parent with that?
We didn't, when we were together, let me be clear. So to talk about my son's mom, we'll give you a little bit of background. Shout out, what's up, Ariane? But when we were together, I don't think we had too many creative discussions about how we were trying to raise him. We kind of raised him the same, and there's things that with, not talk about negative about anybody's parents, because I love my mama. She texted me this week, and she almost made me shed a thug tear and cry out here for no reason this morning. I was feeling emotional. She texted me. She just said, "I want to check on you, love you, son. I'm just let you know I'm proud of the man you are." I almost see this. I was already. Well, it didn't help. I was already praying and worshiping that morning when she sent me that. I was like, "God, why are you so good to me?"
You needed it, son.
Yeah, I needed that. But there's some things that I knew for sure I didn't want to emulate from my mother, vice versa, her parents. But when we were together, that didn't raise any much conflict because he was younger and we were on the same game plan. And a lot of times, honestly, we were too busy trying to survive than worried about who's yelling or fussing at these kids. Because again, we were 18, 19 years old. We didn't care. We were not thinking nothing about that.
Yeah.
But when we officially went kind of apart and kind of separated, she currently lives in Ohio. When we went that way, that's when a little bit of sometimes discussions arose of, I don't allow this in my house. Well, I might allow this in my house, vice versa. So we sat down and actually try to become as uniform as possible because some things that Isaiah, these kids ain't stupid.
No, they are not.
They know they will hustle you and try to manipulate to get to the answer or the things that they want. They're not thinking about their safety. They're not thinking about their well-being for their overall life. They're thinking about what can I get right now.
Yep.
So what we did was we actually had to, like you said, had to sit down talking about one thing was like YouTube. She's like, we don't watch YouTube in my house. I'm like, oh, well, we do in my house. But also it contains what we're trying to watch. Then we talked about, because there's some things Isaiah would try to hustle and get away with at her. She's like, yeah, he's just not listening. He doesn't do X, Y, Z. I'm like, we don't do it in my house. I don't know which. I've never had that problem. Listening. So I told her, and like you said, how you doing is not wrong. But I said, for our sake and our child, I said, these rules are going to have to be, we'll try to uniform them as much as possible. So there's not a huge difference or gateway. There might be one thing that she explains.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, I'm just like you. I'm going directly right at the point and right to the source. Sometimes I feel like when checked, I think sometimes I'm like, dang, that could have been a little too aggressive. But at the same time, that's why you need that mother's voice to be like, okay, you're right. However,
is it mother's voice or just a different view?
Could be a different view. Could be a mother's voice. I think if you're with
more of a different view because my mother had the same direct tone that I had.
Yeah, well, right, mother's voice.
That's where I got it from.
Oh, fact, same here. Like if what you were doing wrong, we come straight at it. So that's me. Like you said, I'm coming straight at it. But I also try my best to. But I feel like to me, it's easier. I said this multiple times. How I parent, in my personal opinion, it's easier to come in with my foot down, like a heavier hand, to ease up for the child. Meaning, I can. If I'm kind of strict, my mom was really strict. I wouldn't say really strict. We got to do a lot or whatever, but there are certain things that were just clear divine. We're not doing this. Yeah. Period. You're not doing this. We're not going to hang out with associates, chat. We're not even going to.
Yeah, it's boundaries.
Yeah, we're not going to entertain. Period. So there's certain things with him. I explained we have this whole gateway of what things we can do. We can have a ball till you fall, but this one thing I will not entertain. I won't change. I won't buckle anything in that nature with those. So, and my son knows that. But again, as for creative, we didn't have too much with that. But again, we had to humble ourselves, and I say, okay, even I had to humble myself too, in the sense of like, Anthony, you're not always right. Now it's hard to do as a man ego. I'm doing what's best for the family. What's best is not always what's right.
I still have problems with that.
Right. That's what I think. That's what God means when He says you'll crucify the flesh, and like so daily. That's what that is. Sometimes it's you humbling yourself. There's nothing worse than when you not worse. I won't say it because it makes us negative. Like men, we can't prove that say we're wrong. There's nothing. I say it's hard when you realize maybe after a creative discussion with your spouse or something with your child, you be like, actually, I wasn't right about that. I'm not. I am one of those people. I am not above. I will tell my son, I'm sorry, I messed up 100 times. Not that that makes it okay. I will ask him, like we talked about, can you forgive me for this?
Yeah.
You know, and kids will, and he will, and 10 minutes later we go back to playing, do what we're doing. But that's the case with that. But I think that, like you said, it's tough. Like I said, and there's no. You're doing the right thing in the sense of talking with your wife and talking with her about this is her viewpoint, right? Then Brittany, she was the only child, right?
Yeah, she was the only child.
So yeah, so I'm pretty sure she probably got a little bit more gentler tone. But also these kids are thugs here too. So I feel they need a little bit of that yin and yang. They might hit me upside the head, Mike. Good thing I turned my head, dog. Yeah, point over.
Busted fist. Busted fist.
But yeah, Shaka, yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
How old is Zola's not 2?
She'll be 2 in June.
Oh yeah. I knew it was coming around the corner.
We right there, man. And right now we're still in the phase of let's love this child as much as we can. She's not really doing anything that's defiling or.
Don't worry, them terrible twos coming up.
Hey man, Is it coming? I don't know.
I don't believe in the terrible twos.
Neither
though.
do I.
I don't
man.
believe.
All
in
right.
that.
I do.
What
I
happened?
don't believe in no terrible.
I did.
Look, why can't you have? Look, why ain't there terrible threes or terrible fours? I just
Exactly.
feel like it's a phase. It's them experiencing something new.
Yeah.
At a newer age, therefore they're learning to. They're trying to understand this and trying to understand something. You're going to mess up.
You're going
Mess
to
up.
mess up.
It's like with a job. When you first get a job, I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't do everything right on your job the first time.
You weren't properly orientated.
But they ain't say, "Oh man, look, this is
Your
the terrible
kid-
week
your
of the
kid
first
is
new of the first new hire."
Could be.
That is all
All
your
right, I want
kid
the
is
same
doing.
minute. Look, y'all.
Your
Listen,
kid-
Bakari does
I
this
got a
thing.
2-year-old.
Don't worry, it's coming.
Look,
It's not.
It's just
coming.
one. It's
It's only coming if you think it's coming.
Oh,
I don't. Think
I had
it's
no
coming.
you
expectation.
because you
it
can
was
never
wild.
prepare for it.
Yeah, true
But
that.
go ahead, shot.
My bad. My
Twos.
bad.
Twos.
Terrible team.
June.
So, when me and LaShonda got married, we told ourselves we weren't going to have kids for a while, and I think we held true to that. And when we got closer to our 30s, like maybe 26, 27, we kind of had a couple discussions about, hey, man, what kind of parent do you think you'll be? And because we might both be Afro-American, but we both came from two totally separate cultures. You know what I'm saying? Our parents are vastly different. And like you said, when you're raising a kid with two parents, you don't get that viewpoint because none of us ever grew up with two parents.
Right.
No.
So we didn't get mom said this. Well, let's see what dad's point of view is. It was mom's point of view was this.
Law.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Mom's view, voice was law.
That was it. So raising your kids with two parents can be tough if you didn't have that growing up. But right now, like I said, hey man, I'm a gentle parent. I classify myself as a gentle parent.
I can see
So
that.
has Zola ever did something that I guess how you handled it, LaShonda didn't like? Because like I said, she's walking around.
Yeah, at this
And
point,
she's getting into
She ain't broke nothing yet.
kids' only job is to see how many different ways they can kill themselves. That's what I believe about
felt
kids,
that.
man.
I felt that.
Kids be like, how many ways
sure.
can I try
ways
to
to
kill?
do-
Oh, stairwell. Let's see how many steps.
I think we could jump.
Yeah,
I agree. She was on her kick of sitting on the edge of the couch.
yeah.
So like if she's sitting like feet hanging off this way, back that way, I was dozing off. Brittany was over there pumping.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Look, all I heard was a thump.
Yep.
Fell backwards.
Folded.
Fell backwards
Yeah.
and hit the ground.
So, I
Oh, yeah, you let the baby fall?
That's it. Nah, man, because Zola's in that same phase. You know, we have that great ottoman, and she's in her little jump around, jump.
Oh,
So she's on the ottoman. Hey, Zola, and when we say sit down, she'll sit down. But she's like, okay, I want to go back to jumping. We having fun.
Skid
Then
dad.
she jumps. She loses balance. Boop, boop.
Ah, daddy.
And I look at her. You
better get up.
You be all right. Or you know
better
she's
get
crying
up.
for a solid 2 or 3 minutes. Mommy.
Nah.
Mommy.
You sit right there. You
know
don't get up.
Hey, look, LaShawn just cried in the corner. Please let me go grab her.
Oh my goodness. But I feel like she's learning. So when we say sit down, it's sit down, get off the ottoman now. And it's stuff like that, pulling around Domino, telling Domino, none of that.
Domino, poor
Yeah.
Domino out here.
I know. I don't know why she thinks that she can hit my dog, man. That's my job.
And the dog look at her. Yo, if I bite her, the dog look like if I bite her back, I'm in trouble.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
He just gotta take it though. Oh my
Every
goodness.
time Zola past Domino, her automatic is no Domo. Because you know, Domino, where Zola eats, she eats at her little kid table.
Domino be rating that.
That's perfect level.
She
for
I
Domino.
bet you she be purposely trying to give him some food.
Nah, man.
Shut up.
That's exactly
Shut
what
up.
she does. Exactly. I'm
Domino
like,
look at her like, bro, what?
I'm like, Zola,
Domino and
don't
Hebrew in
give
your
Domino
house.
food.
Y'all the Egyptians, Domino and Hebrew.
Nah.
40 years
Domino,
of this. 400 years.
Domino is the house elf from Harry Potter. That's what he's Dobby out there.
He said, y'all gonna have another?
Another one.
Nah,
You gonna have another?
Domino will be like, my job is to protect Zola, but Zola be beating me.
Oh God! Let me low key in that whole entire Harry Potter series. Wild off topic. Dobby was probably my favorite character.
Yo, Dobbs out
Dobby.
here.
When he left, man, I almost shed a tear, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just maybe last week I
Yeah.
just for sure watched all the Harry Potters. Isaiah loved them. I was funny. I went to Universal Studios at a switch side note.
Wow,
We went to the Harry Potter section, whatever. I said maybe if I watch these movies, I'd probably feel like a better appreciation of what I'm looking at over here. But after I watched the movie, I was like, I said, oh, that was cool. But it was all right. It was cool.
Butterbeer.
Hey, Butterbeer, listen. taxing.
But
Never had
taxing, dog.
Never had it.
It's fire, but it's taxing. Spend your $8.
It's somewhere else. But yeah, man, that's my view on parenting. I don't even know if I fully answered your question though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because you really don't have any. They're not at the age now where they're doing something to where you have to talk to them as mano y mano.
Oh, yeah, direct.
Yeah, direct.
None of that.
So I mean, like I said, when she's with y'all and she does something, therefore y'all just all right, you got it. Hey, so look, if something she jump on the couch, okay, don't jump on the couch. It's not like both of y'all gonna say, she all right, she can jump on the couch. I hate my kids jumping on my couch. Look, Kari and Ivory
that desecrated
are the one. I'm telling you, if you come over my house and sit on my couch, you dropping down about 3 feet.
Listen,
that ottoman's done.
Don't listen. Knees. I was at Kari's house. I sat on that ottoman. We was just talking. I sat down with my knees. I said, "Yo, what's your couch?"
You dropped down to the pit.
He said, "Yeah, I was gonna tell you about that."
Because all they be doing is just frogging my junk though.
Yep.
Just jumping from sofa to sofa. And I remember it was one time I let Kari stay downstairs. Mm-hmm. My man literally had a pile of pillows sitting like it was like my couch is like this. Except it goes straight out.
Yeah.
Pile of pillows right here.
Yeah.
All the pillows stacked up.
Yep.
On one end, nothing.
Frog splash.
My man taking a run and go like he had just jumped. He takes about 2 good steps, does a jump, leaps over the next sofa. Wow. Bow!
He jumps over the sofa.
Bow! I'm talking about Eddie Guerrero. My couch. And I'm like, I look down and say, yo, like in my mind, I'm thinking, yo, as a kid, that'd be mad fun though. As an adult, after your couch is paid off, bro, listen, dog, son, man. I promise you will never sleep on my couch again if I sit there. You won't even sit on it, let alone even be able to come downstairs next to it.
When we eat as a family, you sit on the floor.
Oh man, it had me hot. There's sometimes they got suspended from the couch though. Yeah, they say suspended from the couch. Suspended. You got 3 weeks.
To be fair,
3 weeks from the couch.
My son's 12 now. Mind you, this as you can see, this couch is old. It's sitting out here. But I can't stand the way sometimes my son eats. Meaning, like he'll eat. Naturally, kids are naturally messy. But I'm talking about if we eat chicken, boy, them chicken crumbs from. He'll say he's on this end of the couch. Hey, somehow he's got chicken crumbs on this end because he be back and forth moving and stuff, and or just getting up. And I'm like, so there was a rule at one point. Hey, dog, you can't look. If we eat in the living room, we watch the TV. You got to sit on the floor. So now he's got accustomed. He's just sitting in there. He sits on certain foods. He just knows.
Treat your kid like Matilda, man.
Hey, see, you don't know this.
He don't know yet.
On the floor.
You don't know.
See, Bakari get what I'm saying.
Bro, my kids already know. You don't sit on the couch. You don't sit on the couch and eat.
Right.
Now I got me and my wife those little.
I think I said those trays.
Living room table trays. I got those. My kids. They still see. Look, they still sit on the floor though.
I want to
still to this day.
Isaiah's 12. He's still
to this day. To this day. Look, they said
right after he finished, he put it up and he gonna sit on the couch.
I promise, because this is what has me hot. And like I said, once again, Ivory, she sits in her chair all the time. She don't even sit on the floor. She's suspended from the floor. I suspended her from the floor. She got to sit in her chair. Because there was one time I was sitting there, I was on my couch. I said, "What is these crumbs?" And I looked between my couch, a whole Pop-Tart, smash, crunch, just in between. He said, bro, it took me 30 minutes to scrub the jelly from my couch.
A whole Pop-Tart.
A whole Pop-Tart.
Hey, man, kids be like
look,
that.
and then you got milk all on the back of my couch. I'm like, yo, I said, this just don't look right in my household.
All parents know. See, my thing is,
you know what? Now I realize why grandma and grandpa kept that plastic on their couch for as long as they did.
Everything slides.
It's not the fact that they was trying to preserve. It's not the fact that they was just trying to be bougie when they was trying to preserve.
That's it.
the couch for as long as they can.
Nah, Isaiah, the only thing he kills me with the couch, I tell him every single time how he sits down. He'll stand on the couch and then sit down. I'm like, bro,
what, a donkey?
Bro, listen,
donkey, a dog.
I'm gonna briefly show you. Like he'll do.
He go, all right, know your knees, man.
Sit down like that.
I feel like that's a woman thing, man.
I hate my kids standing on my couch.
That's right,
and I'm like, bro, when you like, he'll look at me, and first and foremost, Isaiah, I love my son with all my heart. I kill for him. I die for him. He's the worst person sitting on or lay on the couch with you. He doesn't care I don't know. He doesn't care about personal space, making room for everybody else.
Yeah.
He'll sit on my couch just like that, where you're in. That's his spot. Then let's say I'm laying this way.
Yeah.
He don't care my feet in there. He'll step right on my feet, ankles. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I'm trying to sit on the couch. And then he'll plop, don't like sit down, plop down. Golly. And then he'll sit up, knees up, or however he wants. I said, bro, okay. I said, I know you're an only child here, etc. Let me show you proper couch etiquette. I said, your feet, whether I'm laying, I said, my feet can go behind you, and your feet lay across here in front of mine. I said, we have a sectional. This doesn't mean 8 talons crunch or scrunch up on it together.
Oh, my couch.
It got to the point now, so it's rare days. It must be. I know he's not feeling good or just one of those days he wants to snuggle, but it got to the point now. I'm at this end, he's at this end. We only share blankets.
Wow.
Because listen, Isaiah,
you kicked him out like that, though.
Isaiah, come here.
That's jazz.
Dang, see.
Isaiah, bring your blanket.
He's like, nah, man, I'm tired of the disrespect.
I want y'all to see this.
I want
Isaiah,
y'all to see
show us. Come here. Come over here.
Oh, we bring
show
you
us live to the west side. Show us how you lay down on the cover. Look, go
Boy,
ahead.
you
go
see
ahead.
it already?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do
Feet
your
go
normal
straight to
thing.
the couch.
You don't put your feet on the couch.
This is how.
brother?
Yep.
Look, wrap up like
You know what?
do.
It's
Wrap up
not,
like
no, it's not you, Isaiah.
no. Watch it.
It's not you. Your father allowed this to happen for 12 years.
So look, this is how he is. So he likes to wrap it around his head like he likes a burrito, like to be swaddled.
Oh, you like to be
So look-
swallowed out here.
So look, just like this. Look, see,
ain't
just like
mad
this.
at
So
him.
imagine I'm trying to lay down on the couch.
Yeah.
I want covers too.
What? Ain't nothing to
And
share.
then look, let me sit here for 10 minutes trying to fight. I said, dog. I said, give me some covers.
Let's get cold in here.
I just need my knees
Right.
covered.
So when
See.
you come in my house, it's 44. Watch out for the coffee. Thank you, son. I love you. I just wanted to give an example out here. What's happening?
You better
But
be.
look, so
I don't like nobody.
look, you saw his feet. Look, that's the first thing he did.
Yep. He said,
I told
Nah,
you.
see.
So after a while, I was just like you said, what can you do? This couch.
is, man.
Don't worry. Soon enough, y'all see a new couch on Pops and Socks out here.
See you better me because I don't like my kids putting their feet on me though.
I don't care
It's
about the female.
yeah, I don't.
See
care
me,
about
my kids put their feet on me. Hey, nah. Look, we ain't that close.
It's now, if they ask you to rub their feet, then it's
Whoa.
a story.
Now we got a box.
That can you rub my
I ain't gonna lie. I say that, but I put my feet on Isaiah all the
that's
time.
a different type. Look, that's a
Really?
different type of relationship. Look,
Brittany don't
we
ever sit down and just
we don't-
say, "Can you rub my feet?"
I'll do my wife because like I said, that's a different type of relationship.
Yeah.
Look, she earned that.
Your kids didn't earn it.
How you know what they do?
Earned that.
What they do?
What they earn?
They came.
They
into
should
the
be rubbing
world-
my feet.
They
Right,
came-
that's what they rub
they
my
came-
feet.
They came into the world.
What does that earn?
Not by their choice, but by yours.
What do they earn,
feet?
though?
Look, they feet ain't got enough miles on it for me to rub.
What you mean? They have hard days.
They-
What days?
yeah, they got
Look,
hard days. Look,
They have
kid,
hard days, man. Rub
go
your
ahead,
kids'
go,
feet.
go to sit in your room and think about it.
Matter of fact,
Don't talk to
the
God.
room that I provide, that I pay for.
But now, all right. So let's transition this though. Talking about relationships though, and this is a good question I have for y'all. So relationships,
Okay.
we all in them.
Yeah.
Look, we all either in them, been in them, or for the people that's out there, look, you about to be in.
You want to be
Right.
in one.
Right.
So when we're talking about relationships or marriage, for the ones who are married, how do you view your marriage or relationships? How are you basing your relationship or marriage? Are you basing your relationship on how you see your marriage or relationship should be? Or are you sitting there, do you see your marriage, or do you
Get it out now.
Hey, whoa, don't interrupt now.
That's out of me.
God help me with this now. You had it in my head this morning.
Look, I was
All
like,
right.
excuse me. That's
Why you
All right, so I got
now,
now.
Okay.
Do you see? Are you building your relationship on how you think your relationship should be and how you see your relationship should be, or are you building your relationship on what the other person, your spouse or your partner, needs or wants? So how do you build your relationship on what you think it should be, or do you build your relationship on what the partner needs or wants? So how do you view it, or how do you build your relationship?
Now, I'll let Shaka go first because he's married man. I'll go last on there.
I think it's a little bit of both. Like radio, he want both of them pies.
I want both.
You gotta get both of them.
I want
You know
both.
what I'm saying? You gotta base a relationship on both of y'all's needs. You base a relationship on what is best for your significant other.
But if you and I'm gonna talk as y'all talking. It's not gonna be short.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if you're basing it, let's say y'all both had the same. If you're basing your relationship off of her needs and she's basing your relationship off of your needs, wouldn't that still be taking care of your needs as well? Because if she knows your needs, then you wouldn't have to worry about your needs.
That too, in theory, yes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and state my answer is I think you should build your relationship off of what your partner needs. Now you can go ahead and proceed though.
Where was I?
You was talking. You was talking about you need both. You need both. So you should build your relationship off of both. You think that you should build your relationship off of what you need.
Here's the thing: your wife is not going to give you everything that you need. Some things you just got to do on your own. Just like you can't provide everything that your wife needs, she's got to do it on her own. She is in charge of her own happiness. And after Will Smith said that, I was like, that is completely correct. Now you can aid in making her happy and meeting a lot of her wants and her needs, but at the end of the day, her happiness is dependent upon her. You can buy your wife a new car, a bunch of roses. You can give your wife a brand new TV if she's into that. But if that doesn't make her happy, that's just on her.
I think that's knowing your wife though as well.
I mean, no, because your wife could be at a place where nothing can make her happy. If your wife is sad and depressed and in a sad state, then there are going to be times where no gift or anything can make her happy. And you just have to be there as a helpmate and a partner.
I mean,
but that's what she needs though, right?
That is what she. But I'm just talking about like
that's what she wants.
Happiness go, yeah.
So that still goes back to you're still giving your spouse or your partner
what they need.
They need or want.
So it sounds like your question is: are you primarily giving your spouse what you want versus what they need? Because I mean, like Shaka said, it can go both ways. Mm-hmm. But
the question was, are you building a relationship off of how you see your relationship going? Therefore, we all have like I said about the marriage. We talked about it last podcast, how we thought marriage should go.
Yeah.
How we seen it before and then how it actually is. So what I'm talking about is like relationships. So are you building a relationship on how you think a relationship should look like versus what the person actually needs and wants? Those two different things. It's not talking about like what you want and what she needs. It's talking about your perception of the relationship versus do you want to sit there and give them everything that they need and want? So one's about your perception. One's about just catering and submitting to the person, giving them what they need to want. So it's two different things completely.
Yeah. As far as relationships go, I also couples can grow at separate rates.
True.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm in a season where I just want our relationship to take off exponentially and I'm putting in all of this extra work, reading books, doing research, talking to different people, talking to you guys, and I want our relationship to work, then I'm going to put in that extra work to make sure our relationship is where it needs to go. Whereas there may be a season where I just feel like, man, I'm putting in a lot of work. I'm kind of tired. Not taking a forceful back seat, but you just kind of taking a back seat to it. And you just see that your wife is kind of taking the helm of, hey, let's do what we can to make this relationship work. Even though you always do what it takes to make it work, but she's being proactive and doing what it takes to make it work.
Now when you said that, you was talking about, what is it? I'm trying to think what you just said. One might be a little more.
The growth rates?
Yeah, growth rate. One might be a little more ahead.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want the people to get that confused because, and I say people as into the people who are scripturally sound as unequally yoked.
Yeah, don't take
that as being unequally yoked.
I didn't hear that. I'm just talking. I didn't take it that way. Or I mean, I can't say.
But I'm saying like some people might though. Yeah, some people might. And trust me,
let's just talk about spiritually. Don't be spiritual like you.
But that's what I'm saying. But when you're talking about growth rate, you know, some people might hear, well, they're unequally yoked. I don't want, like I said, I didn't want them to. I wanted to go ahead and nip that in the bud. Yeah, that's nothing what it is.
Okay,
absolutely not. Yeah, no. But relationships, people grow at different rates.
I think, like Chuck said, you need a little bit of both, but at the same time, I think the point of the objective is to, like in a marriage or even a relationship, you have to have a vision for your relationship. If you don't have, if you don't have any vision, you're just going to do whatever, flow wherever, and it might be good, it might be bad. But if you have a vision of what the goals and objectives of what you want your relationship to look like, that's between you and your spouse. Now, I do believe if we're talking about, like you see, brought up scripture. If we're talking about scripture, it says the men, our job is to love our wives as Christ did for the church. And to respect and to just because she might be a weaker vessel, meaning like just maybe physically weaker than us, doesn't mean she's her voice doesn't matter or she doesn't have the same thing or she doesn't matter on the same level as we do. That's 100% false. But I think God is telling us, you focus on serving and helping your wife, and I'll you take care of her, I'll take care of you.
Yes.
Right. Just if we're the head of the household, right? If we're the head, if that's that's what it is. That is, I believe that's the ideal, and that's the point that what God is talking about. He says, if you're serving and loving her, she is naturally going to, and I would assume, this is assuming you vetted your wife, y'all dated, this is a person that you married. When you said, I want to be with this person the rest of my life, I'm assuming you've already went through those questions, etc. on those. And if you didn't, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
but
I mean, which I think that's right. And like I said, and I believe that you should, like, I don't think you should build a relationship based off of your perception of what you think
solely.
It
I think it should be solely.
And not solely. I think you should build your relationship off of what the person needs. And here's what I'm gonna say: if we're talking scripture, like you said before, it says what? Husband loves your wife as Christ loved the church.
Right.
What does it tell the women to do? Women submit to your
husbands.
Exactly. So what does that mean? One's given to the other, and the other's given to the
right.
man's given to the woman, the woman's given to the man. So
you
that's
let me finish though.
That's why I said, "Oh, my fault. You ain't got to squint at me though. I got you. Don't worry about it. I'll take it over from
you. Let me finish though.
And like what I was talking about though, look, it takes you submitting to your wife and your wife submitting to you. So now, go ahead.
I put you in your throat. Hey, man, this ain't no about submitting to your friends out here.
Look, and back to you.
With friends like these, who needs enemies?
Oh, you know enemies out here, brother.
Come on. Back to you in your neck of the woods.
But I agree. That's kind of what it looks like. And honestly, it's what the thing is, we can't get, I think it's so hard when we post pictures on social media and I do TV and stuff, we naturally start to compare what a relationship goals the phrase has really damaged what real relationships looks like. It's funny that we personally, and for me, I grew up and I have resources my mom and grandparents prayed to God they wish they had, right? True. But we're now praying to God for a relationship like we had with our grandparents and them used to have.
We're not as strong as our grandparents are.
I think,
but we are mentally.
I think not that we're strong, but we're
mentally smarter than them. So therefore,
dang, you say you're smarter.
Yes, because you got to think where they're at and where we're at now. Just two different.
I believe during when they're. I personally just believe. I think when they had less stuff like than we have now.
Exactly. So I'm not saying like we're smart as in they're dumb. I'm just saying because we have more stuff,
access to stuff.
More access to stuff. More things have been developed. Therefore, we know how to manage more stuff than they do because they didn't have the stuff that we have.
But I was about to say, since we had more stuff, they had to depend on each other a lot more.
Yeah.
Back then, which maybe, and I'm not saying every relationship during that time was great because we know there's all that stuff. Let's not put paint on it, but we do know that we also wonder how they married for 40, 50 plus years work. But also, I think with all that stuff, we're not as a generation. And I was listening to a message about this, and it shattered my world because I was like, dang, that's so true. We're not committed to anything. We're not even committed to a cell phone contract. That's Mike Tyler. I was like, yeah, you're right. I don't have a contract. Think about it. If something that we don't like long commitments to anything. Like if something we don't like, we can quickly get out of it. Like example, it had nothing to do with anything, but we talk about NBAs. I was watching NBA and all that stuff. I love sports. Bro, was it KD that signed like a $4+ million a year contract to be with his team, blah, blah, blah. After year one, after it was messing up, he said, I'm out. I want to be traded. Now, he's one of one that could be asked for that type of trade because he's that type of player or whatever. But I'm saying if you sign a contract for saying, I'm committed to you guys for 4 years, and then after year one, you're done with it, it's right. It's
not a contract.
Right. Even I say it now because I'm talking about Anthony, not anybody else. Right. We're microwave. So a lot of stuff I want fast, quick, in a hurry. I don't want to wait for Listen, That song, I wanna wait on you. I'll praise it with Lord.
About
with my hands,
things.
tears in my eyes, I'll wait on you. But after 2 days, business days, God, I'm tired of waiting on you.
Am I still waiting?
It was crazy.
Right.
I'm doing a study still. The longest time that somebody looks at something on their phone is about 45 seconds.
Right. We're not programmed like
45 seconds. That's why it's hard to keep your attention on something for so long. You start to get distracted.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
That's facts.
Scroll.
So it's hard to like
Send me no long email.
Right. Listen.
Bro, I read the first sentence to the last.
I skim. Listen, at my job. Listen, they be talking about you need to read your emails. 80% of them have nothing to do with me or my job. So I'm feel like they're training me up. Skim.
Yeah.
Oh, make sure we gotta do this. Or they'll send one everybody must read. I'm like, all right, that's the one I will sit down and read through fully. Plus, I work in a fast-paced environment, so I don't always have the luxury of sitting down there. Just skimming. Oh, okay. I'm analyzing this email. I personally don't do that. But yeah.
What are we talking about, guys?
Viewpoints.
Okay. We got
hella low.
Perceptions. We are zoning back in. Huh?
Yeah, look. We need a mediator out here.
Yo,
It was crazy.
I'm over thinking. I was like, yep. What were we talking about again, guys?
Viewpoints. I don't know.
But yeah, we were saying like we was talking. Basically, I said the commitment we wanted relationships, kind of like how we did old, but versus now.
Okay.
That we're not quote as programmers in a generation not as committed to really anything.
Yeah.
So relationships. So in my mind, I've never seen it done too. In my own life, I don't know what a 30 or 20-year marriage really looks like. You know what I mean? I'm going to get one.
So I'm gonna find one, doggone.
We gonna get one.
We gonna make
Man,
it.
it's like you gonna take it.
We gonna take it. Listen,
Make sure that person will
Hey,
that person will give it.
What you say? Look, what you say? I do. Listen. You ain't leaving. Look, I can't let you go. I won't let you leave.
You about to turn into Joe from you.
Look,
you about to turn into Joe.
I'm
OJ
the one.
out here.
Look, hello there. Joe, look at Joe. Hey, that's what he said. Hey there. Look, hey you. Look, hey you.
You're pretty.
Listen. If that's what's called being in love, I ain't never been in love. Then
That's
different type of
if
love.
I got to show up at your doorstep for hacking social media for all that,
I get to come see about you.
I ain't coming to see about you. I think you got to go. There's something about you that got me up at night hiding in bushes and stuff. There's something wrong here. I've been cursed. I've been bewitched or something.
That? You ain't lying, man.
I ain't never been in love. If that's the case, I'll let you walk out that door if I do that. I guess it just didn't work.
Put you in a glass box.
Right. Look, if I got you, if I got to build a secret room, the boss is gonna let you leave. Nah, dog, this ain't it.
You can't quit me.
You can't quit me.
Come on, fam.
But yeah, so honestly, I think that was a good topic, good discussion. Like I said, I know we coming up close to the time with the 47 minutes.
But don't worry,
unless you got something else you want to say.
The South got something to say.
South.
So I think we have said this back a few episodes ago. Can't remember when. I said I was gonna bring this up in the podcast. When y'all sign up for this Spartan race.
Oh,
what's up? Me, Bakari, and Shaka, we've decided that
right here.
Again, we do. We ain't
going anywhere. What? We right here.
So we said to keep ourselves focused and keep from getting those dad bods.
Focus.
And we are wanting to do a Spartan race. Now, mind you, it's August. It's in August 5th.
The hottest month of the
August 6th.
You know what? When I said it, it didn't wrap my mind. I said, dang, that would be dumb hot.
About to die.
We ain't gonna die. We gonna make it. So again, I know we do a lot. We talk about our thing is we talk about a lot of ideas and concepts. And the thing about the dangerous thing about doing that, you feel like you've already done them sometimes in the brain, but we have not. When we signing up,
you know what? Give me until March.
Yeah,
hey, I'm gonna let y'all know they only got about 5 more spots open.
Bro,
there's no way.
They do.
They only got about 5 more spots.
I said, listen, I got mine. I'm ready to book mine today.
Book it.
Yeah.
Book it right now on the podcast.
Book it right now.
Right on the podcast. Do it for the people.
Nah, don't do it.
Let the people see it.
I gotta lose my laptop, so we're using the laptop right now.
Nah, we got technology.
We got the technology. But now after we get off here, I think because I know if I keep playing around, I'm not gonna do it, or I'm gonna forget. I'm like,
I definitely want to do it. Definitely.
It's only $100.
First of all, I got 4 kids,
brother. You buy Starbucks creamer. That's about $8 right there.
You know what? That's all right. No, I can do that. I can splurge a little bit.
Hey,
But for that, you said only $100.
He said only 100.
Only.
See,
Sorry,
it's different
95.
It's different when you got just two or one kids.
Hey man, nah,
Look, for me,
$100.
Look, for me, I got 4 of them things.
Hey, don't worry, put your spot up.
Huh?
You know, we gonna swipe for swipe. I put you up, dog.
Oh, you got me though. Hey, shit, man. In Jesus' name. Look, don't give it expecting to receive it back.
Oh, I am. Y'all right here.
Don't
It's
give
a
it.
loan.
This ain't no loan. Look here,
This is a loan.
you giving it.
0%.
This is a binding
This
contract right here.
ain't no borrow type deal.
This is a grant.
This is a sweet deal.
This
right?
got a sweet,
Sweet deal.
But
That's what I signed up for. I'll see
I
how many
definitely-
spots are left. Because you said it's in Charlotte.
No, it's in Asheville.
Oh yeah, in the mountains where you closer to the sun and closer to Jesus. There you
Yeah.
go. Good job, man.
Let's
That's
go.
good. And the most hilly course there ever was.
I mean, we can go to Ash or we can go to Charlotte and do it, but I don't think you want to drive 3 hours.
If
Then
it's a flatter, if
if your
course,
muscles are atrophied,
Oh.
and then you
Bro.
gotta drive 3 hours like this.
what you mean? Nah,
Legs
I'm
ain't
staying
hit.
overnight.
man.
Can't hit the brake out
I'm
here.
hitting that Motel 6 after the
Hey,
race.
question
I'm
though. So
leaving.
since we all talked about this, how many of y'all actually prepared?
Prepared,
Are y'all
boy.
prepared?
I'm
for
trying
it?
my
It
best.
don't take
Nah,
the
nah.
full
I
much.
trying my
don't
best.
believe in trying. No, it's either you do or you don't.
Well, I am.
It's either
I
you
did like a mile on the road machine. First of all, my hip flex. I didn't realize my hip flexors and stuff were so stiff recently. I wanted a mile on that road. I said, "My God!" Halfway
Oh
through.
yeah, I did the row. It was 2 days ago. I did shoulders, and then like I said, instead of doing a mile, just run. I did the row, and look, it was a hard time trying to pull that thing for was it 1,500 meters,
16,
1,600 meters.
16:10 to be exact.
Well, I went 15.
So you didn't do a mile though.
I went 15.
He got close.
That's still a lot.
No, they said it's 15. When I searched it up, it said 15 or 16 depends on the course.
What, a row?
A road machine?
Row for the actual like, I guess when people that actually go rowing or do the competition, they said if you look it up, they said 15
you're
or
not
16.
talking about
the
Spartan
road
race anymore.
machine.
You're not talking about Spartan race anymore?
Yeah, it's about the spot. He was talking about the row. He's talking about he trained. I said, because what do y'all do in the train? He said he does the row.
Yeah.
So I was saying, what was the mile on the row? I said I thought the mile was 15. Y'all said it's 16. So I said I thought when I looked it up, it said 15 or 16. So it could be just depends on the course. Like depends on the course as into if you're actually rowing. Depends on what.
Just come to the wild, man. Do our High Rocks classes.
Nah, bro, I got sick watching y'all doing that. I was like, "Ooh."
It's so much fun, man. It's
Bro,
only 30, 45
I have
minutes.
zero desire. You
Look,
see
what
me out
works
there
for-
embarrassing me.
what
That's
works for
gonna
you-
prepare you
What
for this
works
course.
for
I
you?
bet it will. Anything.
Look, let it work for you.
Right.
I'll be at Planet Fitness Monday through Saturday.
Joe stinking behind, man.
Hey, first of all,
Trader.
look, y'all ain't got no what is it?
got
Massage
scholarship.
chair, huh?
What am I doing?
Y'all ain't got no massage.
I got a massage
Y'all
gun.
ain't got no
ain't
y'all ain't got no hydro bed that
nobody-
can give
nobody
a
care about
massage
no
on.
who care
Y'all
about
ain't got no
hydro
tandem
bed?
bed.
Y'all can, you can't even wear a shirt like this in Planet
bed.
Fitness.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Lunk alarm.
But I promise you, I see multiple guys in there with tank tops,
And hit the
with the Gold's Gym tank top.
Hit him with the butt. Hit him with the
And
butt.
it don't go off. It's not like I said.
The fact that you gotta hit a butt because somebody making me uncomfortable.
I think the fact that y'all, like I said, y'all watch too many people on YouTube
Nah,
out here walking
son.
in.
I know people personally.
But it's the thing.
That's how I'm
Coming
treating
in,
it.
kicking stuff. Look, I promise you, it's laid back. There was a time I accidentally dropped my weight, and I thought it was gonna go off. It did not. Like I said,
dropped it.
It's not.
No, it's just
not
somebody
as-
has to hit it on you. It just don't go off. They ain't
So
no
it's
sense.
not.
Got him. Don't
It's
worry.
not as.
We'll
It's
see back
not
at the Y.
as
Trade 'em.
strict.
It's not as strict as you think.
Yeah, as you think. It's like I said, and it works for me.
When is
Once
the High
again,
Rocks course? When do y'all do those?
We have them Monday through Saturday.
What time?
We have a couple classes in the morning. I teach Tuesdays and Fridays at 6:30
AM or PM?
p.m. play.
Dang. Well, I could probably come to. I don't know if I want. Actually, I'm lying.
It's
I
only
probably
30
don't
minutes,
worry.
bro.
Huh?
30 minutes, man.
I bet it's 30 minutes of pain.
Yeah, but it's only 30 minutes.
It's only 30
It's
minutes.
better than an hour of pain.
I look slow pain.
That's it.
But I got to train. I got to shape. I realize doing a lot of these workouts. I realize I'm an explosive athlete. Like football trains you to be. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You have to be explosive for at least 7 seconds, and then you stop.
Yep.
Then you reset each play. And I realized
Yeah, switch up that.
when I have to complete. I didn't realize how hard it was going to be. So when I started like getting back in the gym and training again to try to like build endurance,
Yeah.
I was like, God, like I'm dying. Am I really this out of shape, God? Like I feel like I'm
You
800
are.
pounds. I am a little bit.
You are.
Oh yeah.
But
we
also,
all
I
are.
think it is. I said I've never, and I felt like I was this. I said I've never trained like this before. No. So you've been literally training like this for almost 20 years in one way. So now trying to switch it up, give yourself a little bit of grace and time to do that.
See, me, I work better. I feel like I can do both, but I work better when it's a competition. So that one time we all ran our mile. Hey, what's up? That one time, hey man, don't worry about it. Hey, that one time we all ran the mile. I think Shaka
filthy. That's what you are.
Shaka, no, I turned mine in first. I think I did mine at like 10, and I was hyped.
Well, you was.
And then Shaka, he turned his in. I think was it almost like 9. It was like 9:45.
9:45. Did you do it on the treadmill?
Yeah, so we did on treadmill.
I did
first.
mine outside.
So I said,
that was my mistake.
I said, wait a minute. I said, I can't let him show me up like this.
Right, that's 260.
Look, that next day, I hit that treadmill. Man, I went to work. I go to work. Man, I hit that thing in 8:30. Look, 8 minutes, 30 seconds. I did on treadmill. So then Anthony did his outside.
Yeah.
And he did his for, I think it was like.
It was right at like almost 13.
Nah, my outside mile is probably about 12, 13 minutes.
So then I went outside. Like I said, I did a mile. It was 50% downhill, 50% uphill.
Now, so I made the terrible mistake of so where the Y is set up, it literally looks like you can see straight down the road. It looks completely flat. I said, okay, this would be a good time to have a good surface jog for a mile, half a mile there and half a mile back. It's about a mile. I said I should be good. When I started running, bro, man, this I was running, my legs started instantly burning. I said, God, I know I'm not this out of shape. I know I could jog it for a minute. I said, bro, I feel like I'm running uphill. Like the whole time I was like, God, wait. I said, and all of a sudden I look back down that bad boy, and sure enough, I can see that bad boy. Now, when you're driving, it looks perfectly fine. Yeah. But there is probably like a 5 or 10% incline. But I was running my first half of my mile uphill. I said, yes, dummy. Thank you, sir. On the way back down, we got that thing moving. But on the way, look. So I said, my first mistake was, I said, I will not run that way again. I said, second would.
But that's what builds you up, though.
All uphill?
So I'm telling you, that course in Asheville is going to be all uphill.
Oh, listen. Let me work my mile first. Then
so what I did was, like I said, I did 50% up. It's 50% up, 50% down. Not really up, but you know, like how you come under the bridge to my house and you take that left at that stop sign.
Yeah.
And you go up that way past the church. So I ran that right there. So I start from my house, run all the way down, and then I run all the way back up. And I hit that. I think I got that in 9 minutes flat. Because Brittany was like, "Yo, I only got 9 minutes. I got to be somewhere." I said, cool, that's all I need.
That's all I need.
That's all I need.
Honestly, I didn't think I was going to make it.
That one time I ran the 2 miles at the beach after you did it, about killed me. I ran all the way down to the beach, and then I hit the sand and ran down to where the water, where the hard sand hits. And I said, I'm going to run all the way down to the pier. And I said, that pier got to be at least 2 miles away. I got to the pier, and it said 1 mile.
Yep.
I said, Father, help me. I gotta run back.
Man, look here. Nah, see, you better than me. Because when I went down there, like I said, I ran down the road straight till I got to the beach.
Look,
I hit that sand. I said, nah, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to hit the streets.
Oh, you ran on the pavement?
I instantly turned back around, look, hit the streets, and went down. I went to the pier.
Yeah. You just ran on
the sidewalk. But I ran on the sidewalk and then turned back around.
I'm not worried about the strength, like the part that you like. There's road courses, there's grip strength. I'm not worried about those. That endurance.
Your brother ain't climbing no rope. You can't climb no rope.
It's not. You didn't watch the course. You have to. You didn't watch the one I sent you.
No, I've seen it.
It's a pulley. You don't have to pull on the ropes. You don't climb it.
The one that got the monkey bars though?
Huh?
Don't they got the monkey bars?
Yeah, the monkey bars. I don't worry about monkey bars.
See, it's easy to do the monkey bars when you have breath.
Yeah.
Well, that
but
too.
think about when you out of oxygen.
But you forget there's gonna be parts and stuff. There's gonna be points and stuff that you're gonna physically be stopped because you're probably waiting in people to like get across.
I say the first couple, but they said from what I heard, like if you don't complete it, then you gotta do 20 burpees.
Yeah,
if
you
15, 20 burpees.
Yeah, I ain't doing no burpees.
Hear me now. I ain't gonna do no burpees.
I ain't doing no. We'll finish the whole course. Oh, I didn't come out. Listen. So we didn't come down here to be doing burpees.
Oh, nah.
That's a long time carrying a lot of 260 up and down.
Burpees.
World, who you telling?
Bro, let's throwing 260 up and down. Right, and then throwing it back in the air. Yeah, you're methamphetamines out here.
I come from I wish your brother would.
Right. You better scoot over. I've been doing burpees out here.
Oh, goodness.
But anyway.
Okay, wait. Hey, man. Happy Black History Month to you guys, man.
Happy Black History Month.
I thought we.
Hey, Bakari, don't worry about it, though. You can only celebrate part of the time.
Come with the Black History facts.
I'm here locked down, baby.
Here we go.
I'm here locked down.
Black History facts of the day. All right, this is recent Black History.
Oh, Lord.
Miss Viola Davis.
Viola.
Finally got her EGOT. Y'all know what the EGOT is?
No.
You don't know what the EGOT?
What the EGOT?
Okay, I'm explaining to you what the EGOT is, my
Explain
brother.
to us. I want to know this.
So, Miss Viola Davis, she has won an Emmy. She has won a Grammy. Just this past Grammy? She got a Grammy, dog.
What she get a Grammy for?
For her audio.
Oh, EGOT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And she got an Oscar. She got a Tony.
What?
Yup. You know there are only 2 other black women on that list? Can you name one of them?
Beyonce.
No. God, no. She ain't get no.
I said, how she get an
Oscar?
If Beyonce got an Oscar, then
she
I'm
got
done.
an Oscar for Lion King. Negative.
Stop.
If anything, she might get one for like production or something. But the only other 2 black women that are on that list are Jennifer Hudson.
What?
Jennifer Hudson
That
got
makes
it?
sense. She got a daytime talk show.
Yeah,
You got to
you're
think
right.
what she did. Sparkle.
Or Dream Girl.
Yeah, that's
Dream
right. Yeah, I think
Girl,
it was Dream Girl, not Sparkle.
Dream Girl.
Yeah.
Beyonce did Sparkle, didn't she?
I think they're both.
They're both
in
in
that
both
movie.
in it.
Dream Girl.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopie.
Big whoop.
Oh, she probably got
Whoop,
that color
whoop.
purple though.
Hey, listen.
That color purple set it off.
I don't know if it was for Color Purple that she.
I
got
just
that
know when Viola Davis, every time she cry, I believe her.
for.
Ain't that-
100%.
Oh, yeah,
Listen, when
something
she-
happened when
'cause
she draw that.
When
from.
she, I don't know, she draw for real pain somewhere.
draw-
I'm
from
low
that.
key upset that I haven't had time to go see Woman King yet.
I'm about to go Redbox it actually.
because you still use.
You still got
Redbox?
DVDs?
You going to
What you
Blockbuster?
put DVDs in out
I
here?
got an Xbox.
This man filthy. Hey, get some Germex out here.
Redbox.
Get some
Redbox.
Germex on the one
Y'all
time,
use
bro.
Redbox?
That's
This
like
man-
saying I'm going to the carnival
He
at the parking lot.
He a Mucinex right now. That's what he is. He that green Mucinex.
Redbox.
No. Even them things still right.
I know you-
like saying, do you buy DVDs?
Hey, man,
You still buy CDs?
I
Nah, you download them on your phone.
First of all,
Nah, I got a bunch of
I buy
DVDs in
more.
there.
I buy more records than I buy CDs now.
Records
Hey,
is
records-
different.
How? It's older than
But a
DVDs.
CD is different. A
How?
CD is different than a
Records.
record.
Records are older.
They don't even put CD
It's-
players in cars no more, bro. So where you
I got a
listening?
CD
Yeah,
player in my
we-
car. Yeah, what's up?
Old car.
Yeah, what's
That's
up?
what-
But if you
That's
get a
what
new,
for.
when you get a new car, we're gonna speak that into existence.
Yeah,
100%.
we don't know.
It ain't coming with no CD player.
It ain't.
Oh, probably ain't. But
Bluetooth.
I
on.
said,
I got
listen.
blue. I got Bluetooth.
You, don't go to Redbox.
I Redboxing this up.
For the people. For the people.
But it's cheaper than so if I literally I can Redbox it. Let's be honest, you only watching that movie from that time and that time only. That's why Redbox is amazing because you can get it for one day and throw it back. But if I rent it from on here, it's literally like $14.99, $2 or $14. I ain't doing that.
It's like $4.99.
Right.
$4.99 for like 3 days.
Hey, then let's slide the fire stick over here.
Let
Then
you slide that fire
Need
stick
the
over there.
blood.
I got you, bro. But y'all did mention Beyonce. Beyonce does also have the most Grammys of all time now.
Oh wow,
Beyonce is Black
Beehive.
history.
the Beehive. No, because you can't even participate.
Beehive.
You just said Beyonce. He said Beyonce wasn't that nice.
Oh, you won't break my soul. What? You won't break my soul.
Shaka's wife listens to Beyonce, so now
She's more of a fan of Lizzo, which I am too now.
What?
What?
I
Now, after the whole basketball
Really?
incident, look,
What?
it threw me
so,
completely
so you
off.
so you
What
against
happened?
black women?
I ain't against what?
What
first,
happened?
I ain't
Hold on.
against
What
black
about basketball
people.
incident?
Don't put that-
Hey, McCall, you don't like black women out here?
Don't put that on me.
Hey, man.
I love-
50,000
let
lashes.
you know,
I
my-
understand what you said. That
my
basketball-
wife-
that whole basketball incident was
What happened?
It was ratchet.
I didn't
She came sat front
Cheeks
row
out.
at the Lakers game, booty cheeks all the way out,
Security.
dumps like a truck. She came out there with the, you know how when Rikishi came out to the
Back
ring.
back.
Rikishi showed his whole booty cheeks. In
First and foremost,
And-
I'm
Look it up.
I'm
Look it
letting
up.
Lizzo-
Lizzo at the basketball. Just look it up. Look up Lizzo at the
I'm
basketball.
looking at my
game.
phone.
I know. I respect her as a human. That one time in my head,
As I
hey,
said,
she wild out.
it was-
But her music is dope.
I haven't
like
listened to
Lizzo.
Lizzo.
Nah, I like Lizzo. She's dope.
I'll be honest with you. I don't
And
think I've
she's
heard a
really
Lizzo
good.
song.
But and I'm not trying to say I don't like her. I'm not trying to say I do like her. I just haven't listened to it enough to make that call, make that judgment.
Yeah. I
But
understand that.
as in the sense of, like I said, Beyonce, which some music I don't like from Beyonce.
You're not going to be 100% with everybody. I don't like all Kanye's music.
Right?
But, first of all,
True that
Kanye, we're just not going to talk about that subject.
I
But
don't talk about Kanye. He's not a top 10 artist of all
He's
time.
Black history.
he Black history. All right, cool.
First things first.
And I'm trying to think. There was something else. Oh, and LeBron James breaking an
Oh yeah,
all-time song.
Yeah.
LeBron
LeBron
James.
James. That is Black history.
That's
I
That's most of
still, I
basketball.
still think what he done probably could have waited till after the game though. He ain't had to
No.
stop.
Nah.
He had to stop in the third quarter.
If
9
I'm
seconds left.
Yeah,
if
no,
I
you
hit the most
did.
all time, think about
Yeah.
it. Like it's even in high school. So let's
gonna
say
stop that
if a
game.
kid gets his 1,000th point,
Yep.
right? They literally will stop the game, congratulate him, take a few pictures, and then resume the game. So imagine if I scored 1,000 points, I'm excited. 38,000 points.
That's a lot.
Consider this man came from high school too, dog.
And what's even crazier is that when Kareem broke that record, LeBron James wasn't even born yet.
But that wasn't thought about.
Wasn't even thought about. So the next person to break LeBron James' record, is crazy to think, might not even be born yet.
It's gonna be
That's how long he's gonna have this record.
It's gonna be his son.
That's wild.
But at the same, I mean, that's just my opinion. I feel like they probably could have waited to the end of the game because then they still lose.
Yeah, by 3 they did lose.
The Lakers are trash.
So you stopped the momentum.
Actually, if anything, they were down like 10 when that happened. So if anything, that kind of helped them.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen. LeBron ain't worried about. Listen, LeBron knows his team is trash right now. So he says he literally said at the beginning of the year, when I break this record, it's gonna be a big deal. We're gonna celebrate it.
Yep.
Blah blah blah.
We're gonna go back to being.
And that's the thing that we're talking about too is why. Remember when Steph Curry was gonna break Ray Allen's record?
Yeah.
They made a bigger deal about that versus when LeBron broke the all-time scoring record.
No, I thought they made a big deal about LeBron. But they stopped it in the third quarter with 9. They didn't even wait to the end of the quarter. It was 9 seconds left, and they stopped it. They could at least wait to the end of the third quarter, then celebrate. But they stopped it with 9 seconds. That's literally a throw-in.
Nah, because you don't
and walk down.
For what? Because you're gonna let the other team score and then try to celebrate it.
No,
Nah, you stop the game as soon as it happens.
I feel like, imagine the guy or the guys.
I guess in football too. If Adrian Peterson broke that,
Adrian Records,
wild records. If Adrian Peterson broke that rushing record, they would have stopped the game wherever it was. But with LeBron, they said that if the game was under a minute in the fourth quarter and it was like a point differential of 6, they weren't gonna stop the game.
That makes sense. I wouldn't stop it either. That's not fair.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
If it's like a huge momentum shift, but
But that's a big to me. That's a big deal. It is a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's a big deal. I'm not gonna take that away from that. Is a great, that's a huge big deal. But what I'm trying to say is, I think they should just wait to the end of the quarter.
Hey man, I mean, you're not wrong.
Like I said,
it could have waited 9 seconds.
All right, guy, I gotta go work.
Black History.
I gotta go to work. I gotta go run around with these
Black
5-year-old
actors.
kids.
Hey, Black Excellent Shaka, you got this.
Hey man, I got this, bro.
Break
it down, guys. So here we go. We coming at you with episode 30 something of Pops and Socks. I'm still bald headed. He faded. He got dreadlocks.
Hey,
come on now.
And tell him just like that. Give me my theme music.